Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So back with more 21 Pilots. It has been a little while and I apologize for the delay. This is I Am Clancy. This is the first track that they released from the, well, this is like, not the first track, but this is, I've been told this is an overview or kind of a recap of their previous music, their previous songs. Because I know there's lore based around 21 Pilots, and I haven't actually explored that yet. But I've been told this is basically kind of a recap of that, and that I should be okay watching this, and then going back to other songs to basically get more in depth with that lore. So I definitely want to check this out. It has been a while since I've had 21 Pilots on the channel. I've missed having them on here. So yeah, I don't know anything about the lore, so I don't know how much I'm going to end up pausing in this video. I'm trying to pause too much, but I want to make sure I'm taking it in the best that I can and understanding it. So hop into it and let's see what they got for me. I know Tyler usually has some really deep lyrics and deep meaning behind the lyrics, so I'm going to try to pay attention to that the best that I can. But anything y'all can tell me in the comments, please do. I really appreciate it.
I am trapped, stuck in a cycle I've never been able to break. I want to believe this is the last time, but I don't know for sure. I'll start with what I do know. I am a citizen of an old city. Well, they say it's old, but there's just no proof.
Okay, so sorry to pause already. Like I said, I may be pausing more often than usual. So Continent of Trench, and then there's Dima, which I have heard about. And I've heard the Trench album, so there's that. And I think he's talking about this, I don't know what he's, not sure about the cycle, I don't know if I want to speculate, but I want to say it's about mental health, because I know he talks about that a lot, but I don't know that's what he's actually talking about, so that's something you may have to help let me know in the comments. So I'm going to go back here a little bit. I'm going to restart here. Okay, there it is. Actually, go back. Here we go.
Stuck in a cycle I've never been able to break. I want to believe this is the last time, but I don't know for sure.
I think that was a letter he was writing.
I'll start with what I do know. I am a citizen of an old city. Well, they say it's old, but there's just no proof. I can feel my friends rolling their eyes. I'll keep it simple. I am a citizen of Dima, a circular cement city in the lower portion of an otherwise wild and green continent trench. We aren't allowed to go out there. Most haven't even seen it, but I have. I am an escapee, getting better at it with every attempt, but they always find me.
Okay.
Well, he does. Nico. Or Blurry Face is what he calls himself. He's the leader of the 9 bishops who govern the city. Their authority comes from 2 things.
Okay, so we've got the bishop, Nico, and he calls himself Blurry Face. Okay. And then Dima is the concrete city he mentioned on the continent of Trench. Okay, so I'm kind of starting to piece this together a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go back just a little bit here. He says he's the leader of the 9 bishops. Okay. So Nico. So it sounds like he's escaping Dima, which is the city. He's trying to break out of the city, and he does escape, and he has gotten out, but they always find him. So okay, let's see. Go back into it here. Trying to piece it together.
They always find me. Well, he does. Nico. Or Blurry Face is what he calls himself. He's the leader of the 9 bishops who govern the city. Their authority comes from 2 things: a miraculous power and a hijacked religion. One feeds the other.
Okay.
A cycle. It's called vialism, and all you really need to know is that it teaches that self-destruction is the only way to paradise. It also conveniently allows you to become an available vessel for the bishops to use.
Okay.
And that's where the miracle comes in. We call it seizing. The rules are that you can only seize or control a dead body, and only for a short while. Also, they, the bishops, are the only ones who can do it. I am a citizen, I am an escapee, and I am an exception to the rule.
Interesting. Okay. 'Cause I think I'd heard of vialism, but I wasn't sure what that was. Um, so interesting. Okay, and I also noticed that it said, um, it talked about vialism on that map with Trench and Dima. So it's interesting. Okay, so only they can take over the bodies. Only the bishops can do that. But he's saying he's an exception. Okay, this is interesting. I could see why 21 Pilots fans get so into the lore and explore it so in depth. Like, it's really interesting. Just this is fascinating me. So let's see where he goes from here.
Okay, this is what happened recently. I tricked Nico into taking me outside the walls. I created a fiery diversion. I escaped. I wandered, grew weak, and was tracked down. But this drag path was different. I saw them. They watched me. The Banditos. Legends, only stories of a group that lived out here.
Okay, I have heard of Banditos, but I wasn't sure who or what they were. So now I'm seeing that they're a group of people. And it says legends, only stories of a group that lived out here. Okay, so they're actually people that lived outside of the city of Dima. That's interesting. Okay, I definitely want to learn more about that. All right, I'm gonna go back just a little bit here. They watched me, the Banditos. Okay, so he's caught by Nico, but then there's a different path, and this is where he sees the Banditos up on the rocks. Okay, let's see. Oop.
The Banditos. Legends, only stories of a group that lived out here. Shortly after being back inside the walls, my new people got me out.
Okay.
They needed me for something.
So they broke him out.
They brought me in, taught me their colors,
Okay.
but the cycle was too strong. I was recaptured, back inside.
Okay.
I guess word got around. I became known in Dima. The bishops did not like this, but decided to use it to their advantage. They made me entertain the people, lie to them. They made me perform for them.
Interesting.
Then Nico was betrayed. And I escaped.
So a lot of visual, a lot of imagery, which is really interesting. Finding it fascinating. Like I'm kind of glad he's keeping it simplified, so that he's not going into too much depth, because that would probably blow my mind, honestly. And something tells me that it might do that when I go back to the previous videos and start kind of watching the lore in those videos. But that's interesting that he was with the Banditos, then he was found again by Nico. Nico brought him back to the city, and then they used him, and they used him to entertain the citizens of Dima. That's interesting. But then he escaped again, it looks like. Get back here. All right.
Then Nico was betrayed.
Interesting.
And I escaped. Again. This time, I found myself at a new place, washed up on an island. And there, I was given a gift, thought to be extinct. I now had the same exact miraculous power they wielded from their towers.
Huh. Okay.
I am a citizen. I am an escapee. I am an exception. I am returning to Trench. I am Clancy.
Interesting. Ah, okay. I'm kind of getting a picture of it. Okay, interesting. So it looks like all the torches. So it looks like when he and Josh were holding up the torches, it was like a signal, and all the Banditos. I think those are the Banditos were lighting their torches also. Wow, that was interesting. I'm glad keeping it simplified like that. It did help me understand a little bit better. So it'll be interesting to fill in the gaps. Like he kind of gave me the starting pieces of the puzzle, so it'll be interesting to go back to the other videos that involve the lore and fill those gaps a little bit and get some backstory, I guess, to fill that in to try to better understand what's going on with the lore. I find it fascinating already. That was really cool. That was really interesting. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to going back and revisiting. Well, not revisiting, but back to visiting the lore in the previous videos from 21 Pilots. So yeah, thank you so much for suggesting and requesting and recommending this one. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. Want to give a shout out to Sherry Banditø Reacts, and for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna react to some more 21 Pilots. So hope you look forward to that. Since you made it thank you so much again for watching the video. I appreciate it. Since you made it this far, just want to tell you about an amazing community called the Backwoods Posse, or BWP. It's more of a family, honestly. Music, movie, and TV show lovers. We also have a lot of 21 Pilots fans. So if you want to get more into the lore with them, be a great opportunity to do that. I'll leave a link in the description for the BWP Discord. So feel free to click the link if you want to join the family. We'd love to have you, and we'd love to talk with you about 21 Pilots also. By that being said, I love and appreciate each and every one of you so much. And until the next video, peace.